Good morning, team. It's Tuesday, November 8th. Hope you're having a great start to your day. I'm starting to feel a little bit better finally. Still have to use my breathe drops as I'm talking a lot. So I wanted to carry on with our building foundations. I think there's a set of 5 of them, so I want to talk to you about those today. Today is building foundations number 2. I did one last week. And I was just putting together, I was going to say before this, I just put together my names list for this month of people I want to enroll, people that I've talked to, I've done a presentation, I've done samples, and so I'm hoping I've got a list of like 6 or 7 here. So I've got one of them already. I'm hoping to get a few more from that. So wish me luck, and I hope you are getting your names list for the month of people you want to enroll. And I also hope that you have started to book for December, because as the month goes on and things get busier, book for early December for your classes, okay? I booked for November. I haven't gotten into December, so that's something that I need to work on too. Okay, so let's get right into the PowerPoint here. I'm gonna share my screen. And here it is. Okay, so I'm trying to make this bigger. 6 weeks of training, so this is week 2. So, know your oils. So this is for beginners and seasoned people. Be a product of the product, so make sure that you understand your oils. The great resources are the Modern Essentials and the Essential Life Book are great for looking at and knowing your oils. So many different webinars and different things that you can listen to. doTERRA.com is a great website. So know your oils. You don't have to be the expert, but know the different ones out there. Make sure, and I'm sure most of you are at this point now, that you have belief in the product. Have you had your aha moment? So what was your aha moment when you were like, these work, this is it. I know, I love them, and I can't be without them anymore. What if I told you you can no longer have your oils in your home? How many of you would panic? And how have they personally impacted you? So think about this as your aha moment. And for me, it took me a little while to have belief. I believe in the oils right away, but some of the other products, it took me a little while, like the Lifelong Vitality and a couple of different products. I had to start using them and see how they worked with my body and my system. And I realized how awesome they were once I learned more about the product and used them. So you have to have, belief in the product, and you have to have your aha moment. And I'm sure it's different for everybody, but I bet many of you could share your story on that. Okay, here's a big question. Are you treating doTERRA as a job or a hobby? What's the difference we're going to talk about? Because whether you're treating it as a job or a hobby is going to show how fast you're going to move and how much you're going to progress and how much income you're going to make. So treating it like a job are these things. You're making time for your business. So you're blocking certain hours a day. You make the team calls. Mine or Laura King's or Tiffany's or different things like that. You will be engaged in good communication with your upline, downline, or mentor. So you're at least weekly talking to somebody. You'll be actively looking to have a personal development. So whether it's reading books or whether it's webinars, whatever is good for you, you are always doing some kind of personal development. And you will be consistent in classes. A lot of people say, I'm not doing that well. I'm like, well, how many classes have you had? None. Well, you need to have classes. You need to meet with people after you enroll them and do membership overviews. And then you need to move them into business overviews if they're interested in the business. And you need to keep educating your users. Many of the people are just going to be using the oil, so we need to make sure we're continuing to educate them through webinars, Facebook events, classes that we're having, or just on our Facebook pages. There's an oil for that. It's just a Facebook page where I try to post something daily to educate them more. I think we have like 400 people in that group, and there's 1,300 on our team, so a lot of people still need to be added. Make sure you add them. There's an oil for that. There's an oil for that is for our users. There's an oil for that. Business page is for people doing the business. So if you're treating it like a hobby, this is what it looks like. You'll make time if it fits. So you're just kind of fitting it in here and there. Being on the Facebook page is not a priority, so you're not really on my team Facebook page. You don't really check it maybe once in a while. You communicate with your up and downline mentor when it's convenient. So just whenever you feel like it's going to work. Nothing's like weekly. You host classes when it's convenient. So maybe you have a day every once in a while that you're going to try to do a class. You take huge chunks of time off. So maybe you might even take a month off here or there. And you expect others to grow your business. So you're expecting other people on your team to grow your business. Something that Eric Larson said that says that you should be 80% doing your own business, bringing in your own contacts, doing your own classes, and 20% helping your team, okay? So that's something to think about. Decide, communicate, commit. All right, so now that you're committed, let's show you some things that you can do. And the biggest thing you can do is have classes or one-on-ones. So work with your upline. This is if you're new. If you've been doing classes for a while, you might want to think about just scheduling 2 to 4 classes in the next 3 weeks. So if you chunk them all together, excuse me, 2 to 4 classes in 3 weeks. If someone can't come to one, they can come to one of the other ones. So like that's why I say do one on a weekend, do one during the day, do one in the evening, so you can spread them out. Teach them yourself, or if you are not comfortable yet, you can have your mentor teach one of them. Quality, not quantity, and getting qualified people there. So getting people that really are interested in the oil. So how do you do it? And we'll talk about this in the next couple of things. Class in a box is good if you don't have an upline close to you, you don't feel comfortable teaching a class. There's the videos in there. It tells you exactly how to do it. You could also do a FaceTime or a Zoom chat with your mentor to learn how to do a class. So if you're not local, you want to do a class, you can talk to me or someone in your upline to help you do a class. Watching training videos and jump in. There's so many different videos out there on how to do a class if you just Google it. And do a FaceTime Zoom class with your mentor. So I'm doing one this Thursday where I'm just going to do like an intro class that you can invite people to. And that can be a way that you can do a class with. I have like 3 or 4 people that haven't been able to get to a class, and some are in Wisconsin and one's in Indiana. So I'm doing an online class for them. Here's kind of what I said. Invite them to go to an online class, send them samples, and teach just like a live class. So, excuse me, send the samples and they can just do it with you while you're right there. It's totally possible. Okay, so this is how you get people there. And we've talked a lot about this. Seek for openness. And here are the questions you can ask. Are you interested in learning about natural solutions? What do you know about essential oils? Are you interested in learning more? Would it be okay if I invited you to a class? So these are from Edge Success, but these are ways to ask people to come to a class. Look for 5 to 10 qualified people that you think will come to a class. Create exclusivity in your class. So you just say, I have a limited spots, even if you have 50 spots, so you have limited spots. Share the samples. If I give you a sample, would you use it? Hopefully people will say yes. Excuse me. Text a flyer or a reminder the day of. Always remind. If you are going to have food, make it very simple. Peppermint brownies and lemon water. Keep it academic and duplicatable. So don't go off the script too much. Just keep to the sheet. Keep it super simple. And you want to master the 101 class before you move on to all kinds of different other classes. Okay? These are the things that are in a class. What are essential oils? How do we use them? Why do we use doTERRA? These are the main things if you have the tear sheets that you talk about. What they are, why we use them, the different ways. Tell your story, your aha moment maybe. Don't be the expert. Show them how you use the Modern Essentials book, and then ask for the sale. These are some of the older tear sheets, but these are some different ways. Actually, I think the one on the left might be the newer Edge one. But there's so many different intro tear sheets out there that you can use. But you need to have a tear sheet about the informational aspect of them. I like this closing. Thank you so much for coming to my class. I love educating and empowering others on essential oils. If you would like to make doTERRA part of your life, awesome. I'll show you how to do that. If not, I'm so glad I was the one to educate you on the oils. So then you're not putting any pressure on them. The buyer's guide is new. It's from The Edge. And I really like it. It's for people that want to go on and make the purchase. So at this point, you can say, if you're interested in making this part of your life, let me know and I'll give you the buyer's guide. And they just work their way through picking the membership and you help them out. Wholesale customer versus wellness advocate. So make sure you explain the difference between those. And the buyer's guide does do that. But customer, they're not going to be making the income. Wellness advocate, they are, which is a great new distinction. Also, make sure you do the drawing slips at your classes. Some people hand them out at the beginning of the class or the end of class, which is a good time to hand it out. And if they book a class that night, you can offer a free oil or a prize, whatever you want to do. So these are fun to hand out, get their information, and see if they want to get a free oil. Schedule the membership overviews as you're enrolling people. Try to have your calendar there and say, hey, when do you think we could schedule the membership overviews? Because we know how hard that is to do. And try to make it maybe a week and a half out. Book classes at the membership overview. So when you're doing the membership overview, if you haven't booked a class, try to book a class at that point. And always ask for referrals to say, do you know anyone else that I could talk to that might be interested in this? And they may or may not have somebody. Membership overviews are really important. It's just basically making sure they know how to use their membership, making sure you have that relationship with them, teaching them how to buy the products, how to use their office, schedule, all of these things, and teaching out the buying options. I don't know, you have to have some kind of membership overview with them after they get their oils. It's too confusing not to. So somehow get a membership overview. You don't even have to buy this membership overview. It comes, you can get it right off online for free. But I think it's nice to get to them and hand to them. But you can just do membership overviews. I do a lot of times with Zoom. And I show them how to log into their back office. Keep the momentum going. Be consistent no matter your level of commitment. You'll build a level of trust with your team the more consistent you are. So keep having classes, keep doing things, keep the momentum going. If you slow that pace down, they'll slow the pace down too, so keep your momentum going. We all know the duplication cycle. Invite, expose them to the oils, follow up with them, enroll them, teach, and teach them how to teach and keep going. That's the overall goal for people that want to do the business. Make sure you're on team calls. On the team Facebook pages, you know those. There's an oil for that business page. There's an oil for that is our kind of team page. There's jonesing. There's also team flight. So there's a couple different Facebook page. And when we have team events, it's really important that you come. This builds our kind of relationships together, but it helps you grow more too. So it's really important to come to team events and be part of the calls. Okay, so this was Heather Patton who put this together. You can Google these, how to do a membership overview. That's on the Edge Success website. How to enroll a new wellness advocate wholesale customer video. This is on doTERRA's website. The difference between, if you don't know what the difference between these two are, make sure you let me know. How to teach a class video. There's tons of those if you Google them on the doTERRA website too. And how to prepare a host video and basic building blocks video. I'm not sure what these are from her website, but there's some really good things on the website too, and like how to get your host ready. And the share guide from Share Success is really good too. So some different videos that you can do. Okay, so that was number 2, PowerPoint presentation. So I hope that you can kind of think about where you are. Are you kind of doing this more as a hobby, or are you doing it as a job? Because if you're doing it as a hobby, it's going to pay you as a hobby. If you're doing it as a job, it's going to pay you as a job. And really, I always like to say, keep it simple. Just having classes and enrolling people, and then teaching them how to use their membership Then if they want to do events, they can do events. And ask for the referrals, ask for the classes, just ask. So I'm really excited to see what the next 2 months bring. December is going to be a big month. This is already a big month happening already. So looking forward to all the fun that's ahead. And let me know if you have any questions about this video after I post it. All right, have a good day, everybody. Go vote.